Good morning. I am Ida Sinenser from Bachelor of Science and Accountancy. What is business cycle? Business cycle is also called economic cycle. It is a period of changing economic activity comprised of expansions and contraction as measured by real gross domestic product or GDP. In other words, it's a period of time where the economy grows, peaks, shrinks, and bottoms out. Then the cycle repeats itself. Business cycle has four main phases: expansion, peak, recession, and trough. We have the first stage of phases of business cycle. We have expansion. An economic expansion is a period of growth throughout an economy. Because productivity is increasing, it is generally represented on a curve as an upward movement. Second phase, we have peak. The peak is the second phase of the cycle. It occurs when all of the expansionary indicators begin to level off. The third phase is the construction stage or the recession stage. It begins after the economy peaks and ends with the gross domestic product and other indicators cease to decrease. In this stage, the economy does not experience growth. Instead, it shrinks. Last, the trough is the fourth phase of the business cycle. The declining of gross domestic product begins to decrease its rates of negative change, eventually turning positive again. The economy begins a transition from the contraction phase to the expansion phase. A trough is displayed on the graph as the lowest point of the curve. For example of business cycle, the business cycle since the year 2000 is a classic example. The expansion of activity happened between 2000 and 2007, was followed by the Great Recession from 2007 to 2009. It is started with the easy access to bank loans and mortgages. Since the new home buyers could easily afford loans, they purchased them. More and more home buyers kept purchasing home, resulting in an increase in demand for homes. Thus, home prices started to increase. Since expansion and other phases in the economic cycle are measured in real gross domestic product, this inflation gave a false impression of expansion, which led to over-speculation. The peak of activity was in December 2007. At this point, people noticed what happened and housing prices started to fall. Additionally, the federal funds rate increased to combat excess borrowing, causing interest payments or mortgages to increase. The increased interest rates coupled with the plummeting home prices left many homeowners with subprime loans that they would eventually default on.